Word and news coming from Supreme Court, which has agreed to rehear the Uphar case on the sentencing of Ansal brothers who were convicted for the 1997 cinema tragedy. The Supreme Court had said initially their order was that they do not need to go to jail as they are too old, but now they have said that they will hear the review petitions of the CBI and the Uphar Victims Association in an open court. The review petitions are rarely heard in such cases, and so it is something which gives rare hope to the families. NDTV's Arunachalam Vaidyanathan spoke with one of the campaigners in the case, Neelam Krishnamurthy.
Supreme Court has decided to hear Uphar Victims Association as well as CBI's review petitions in the open court, whether to rethink or review its decision on sentencing Ansal brothers. We are joined by Mrs. Krishnamurthy and also Mr. Krishnamurthy. Ma'am, probably around few months back you said you lost faith in the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court has agreed to your petition to reconsider its own decision. How do you react to it?
Well, a little bit of my faith's been restored after we getting a chance for an open hearing. I hope we'll be able to apprise the judges why Ansal brothers should not be given the benefit of a prolonged trial, because it was Ansals alone who were responsible for prolonging the trial for 18 long years. So why should they be given that benefit? In fact, it was the association which went to the High Court each time for an expeditious hearing. And people who have killed 60 people should not be allowed to go scot-free, because it sets up a very wrong precedence in this country.
Ma'am, you are quite emotional. I can see you when the judgment was pronounced, you ran out and felt very bad. Even now also when I broke the news to you, you touched the photographs of your children.
Yes, because I need to face my children.
So how do you feel, sir? Madam has been fighting it as a family. You have been fighting it for almost 18 years.
Yeah, it's been a tough battle for us for the last 18 years. It was 6 months back when the judgment came, we were totally shattered. And very frankly speaking, we couldn't even go into our children's room, because that's a promise we made to our children that we'll get them justice. But we were at that time led down by the judiciary. I hope we are able to convince them and apprise them of all the facts of the case, and there'll be a turnaround.
Ma'am, you said you have shifted the home. Is it because of children you don't want to be there where they lived earlier?
It was very difficult to face them. It was very difficult. It's a promise of the parents which has been, we couldn't keep it up. I mean, we tried our best. We gave up everything in our life, and I suppose.
So talk.
Arunachalam Vaidyanathan there now joining us as well. Whether we saw you speaking to a very, very emotional family, it is quite rare for a review petition to be admitted, right?
Yes, Sunitra. In fact, review petitions, people who don't know about what is the procedure in the Supreme Court, review petitions challenging the verdict of the Supreme Court are taken up in the chambers of the judges and decided, not in the open court. Very rarely, some review petitions are taken up in the open court also. Like that, this petition, of course, on the Tuesday itself, it was listed, but the decision didn't come. We waited for almost 3 days. Today, the decision is that it will be heard in the open court. The main reasons, because the CBI petition, review petition saying that they were not given enough time to argue in this case. Also, Neelam Krishnamurthy's Uphar Victims Association also filed a review petition seeking a review, saying that it's against natural justice. So after seeing all this, the Supreme Court 3-judge bench decided that they will hear it in the open court. Though they decided that it will be heard in the open court, no date has been fixed. So after hearing in the open court also, they may stick to their decision or may not. So we will have to wait and see. But there is a chance given to CBI as well as the victims to put forward their legal points, so that as they claim, they want justice to be done.
So, and what will they focus on, Vaidya? As you said, CBI didn't get it, that the whole ground is that the CBI didn't get enough time to argue for this case, and the victims in, so they will only go over their bits, or does it open up again the possibility of the two brothers being sent to jail?
It's very difficult to speculate and say something right now. But when the judgment was delivered, at that time itself, CBI told the court they were not given enough time. Even Mr. Salve told the court that they should have been given at least 1 hour because they are the prosecuting agency. So at the time, the judges said that we have taken a decision. If you want, you file a review petition. At that time, we can see. So this time, CBI can put forward their points, and also even the Uphar Victims Association. Their main point is leave alone all the fine of 60 crores to both the brothers. We want them to send to jail. So we will have to wait and see whether the Supreme Court reverses its decision or send them to jail. It will be known only during the course of the hearing and what direction it takes.
Arunachalam Vaidyanathan reporting there. And just for our viewers joining us, this is the big story of the hour, where the Supreme Court has agreed to hear again the petitions of the CBI, of the families of the Uphar victims, asking for them to reconsider the whole issue of sentencing. Remember, the court had said that the Ansal brothers who were convicted are too old to jail. They just gave them a cash fine. Now that is going to be reconsidered by the top court. Here's how the families reacted.
Supreme Court has decided to hear Uphaar Victims Association as well as CBI's review petitions in the open court, whether to rethink or review its decision on sentencing Ansal brothers. We are joined by Mrs. Krishnamurthy and also Mr. Krishnamurthy. Ma'am, probably around a few months back, you said you lost faith in the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court has agreed to your petition to reconsider its own decision. How do you react to it?
Well, a little bit of my faith's been restored after we getting a chance for an open hearing. I hope we'll be able to apprise the judges why Ansal brothers should not be given the benefit of a prolonged trial, because it was Ansals alone who were responsible for prolonging the trial for 18 long years. So why should they be given that benefit? In fact, it was the association which went to the High Court each time for an expeditious hearing. And people who have killed 60 people should not be allowed to go scot-free, because it sets up a very wrong precedence in this country.
Ma'am, you are quite emotional. I can see you when the judgment was pronounced. You ran out and felt very bad. Even now also, when I broke the news to you, you touched the photographs of your children.
Yes, because I need to face my children.
So how do you feel, sir? Madam has been fighting it as a family. You have been fighting it for almost 18 years.
Yeah, it's been a tough battle for us for the last 18 years. But 6 months back when the judgment came, we were totally shattered. And very frankly speaking, we couldn't even go into our children's room, because that's a promise we made to our children that we'll get them justice. But we were at that time let down by the judiciary. I hope we are able to convince them and apprise them of all the facts of the case, and there'll be a turnaround.
Ma'am, you said you have shifted the home. Is it because of children you don't want to be there where they lived earlier?
It was very difficult to face them. It was very difficult. It's a promise of the parents which has been, we couldn't keep it up. I mean, we tried our best. We gave up everything in our life, and I suppose.
So talking legally, now you will fight to the hilt in this review?
Yes, that's what we've been doing, and that's the only reason we filed for a review, because these are the two legal remedies which are available to, after the Supreme Court allowed them to walk free. The only remedy available to offer is a review and an open court hearing. So
what will be the major points in the review?
See, one of the major points I've just told you is basically the old age, which they should not get the benefit, because in the case of a juvenile, you see the age of the juvenile when he's committed the crime, irrespective of the age when he's convicted. So why should it not be seen over even here? Because when they committed the crime, they were in 50s and 40s. Then they should also see what was the age of the victims. There was the youngest child being a 30-day-old, and my children were teenagers. There were 23 children. 28 families have been ruined. How can you just let these people walk away by paying 60 crore? Nowhere in the world does it happen. I've got messages, I've got mails from all over the world where people are very shocked with the judgment that I've got, because all my friends know that I've been fighting this legal battle. So they've really been shocked, and I hope the Supreme Court will really live up to, the expectations of an Aam Aadmi. And I hope we get justice.
So finally, some sort of hope, sir?
Yes, definitely some sort of hope is there. At least we can put across a point, like I told you, and we hope that something good will come out of it.